Hello and welcome to today's video on how to have a happy home life. I am Karen Lockkolb. I am a child development expert and a parent coach, and I work with parents all the time to have a happy home life with their kids, to actually enjoy time with their kiddos. And today I'm going to help you as we talk about how to stop siblings from fighting. And this is covered in a new book that I just put out this week. It is called 10 Secrets Happy Parents Know, and you can check it out. I'll tell you a little bit more about that after I give you this tip, I guess. This three-step formula. It's more than a tip. It is a formula for stopping the sibling fighting and to make it so that there are fewer fights in the future. And I think I want to start though with the idea of the mindset of this, which is that you can't just sort of learn these three steps like I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. Like it takes a little bit more than that to actually stop the sibling fighting. So there's a mindset piece here, and it is knowing why we're doing what we're doing. And so I think I'll get into that, but first I'll describe the formula. So you come upon two siblings and they are fighting. You come upon two children and they are just attacking each other. They're screaming, they're yelling, they're pulling things out of each other's hands. They are really unhappy. There's growling. We can see some terrible, frustrating fights. As kids, we've probably been in some pretty frustrating fights. And so this is what works. This formula is really what works. I used it as a preschool teacher for nearly a decade. I used it with my own kids, and I talk in the book about how other people have used it to great success. It is a really, really useful thing. So basically what you do is you find these fighting kids and you come upon them, and the first step one is you physically describe what you see in front of you. Oh, I see brothers who are hurting each other. Let's talk about this, right? That's the first thing that you want to say is you want to communicate reasonably calmly. You're not yelling, right? This isn't about yelling, but you want to communicate that you're seeing something extremely shocking and upsetting. Let your body language show how worried you are about this, how frightened this makes you, not in a panicked way, but in a like, oh dear, this is something that we need to talk about, right? And then the second thing is ask each child to share from their perspective what happened and let them have the floor. Don't interrupt them. Make sure that the other child doesn't interrupt them. If they try, tell them you'll have your turn in a second now. It's this person's turn, right? Really respect each child from their perspective. And the third one is to say to them, okay, I see, I understand that Alex has the scissors and Stephen wants the scissors. And can you please, each of you, you've now really explained to me how we can solve this problem. You've really explained to me how, what is happening here. This is what I'm seeing in front of me, and now you've each been able to share about it. The third part is when you ask, how can we solve this problem? And you give each kid the chance to share how they think we can solve this problem, because their ideas are amazing. You never know what they're going to come up with, and you never know what the other child is going to be able to live with. So that's really the three-step formula. And as I say in the book, I feel like it's really easy for somebody to go, oh, that will never work in our house. And it really does work. And here's the reason. It's because what you're doing is you're giving your kids power. You're saying, this in our home, I think a lot of kids feel like adults rule everything. They say no whenever they want. To kids, it must feel very like on a whim that an idea that they have isn't going to work. And they hear a lot of no's. In fact, they hear 5 times as many no's as yeses, according to The Slight Edge, which is a great book that I have really, really enjoyed. And it starts in childhood. We hear so many no's. Let's have a little bit more yes, right? And one way to do that is to say to our kids, it's the mind shift that I was talking about at the beginning. We're going from the adults have all the power, the adults say what to do. That is, if you were to come upon Alex and Stephen, and Alex has pulled the scissors out of Stephen's hands and they're now yelling about this, and you say, Alex, you give those scissors back to your brother right now. Right? That is an adult imposing their will on this problem. And instead, this works because what we're doing is we're saying to kids, it's not just me that knows how to solve problems. It's you. You know how to solve problems. And so let's hear your ideas for how we work together and solve this problem. And that's really it. So the 3 steps, as I said before, they are you come upon a fight, you describe physically what you are seeing in front of you, and you invite each child, this is step 2, to share from their perspective what's going on. And then step 3 is you say, how can we solve this problem? And I really hope that works for you. If it resonates, it is one tiny piece of a lot of advice that I share in 10 Secrets Happy Parents Know. And that book is about this, the subheading is how to stop the chaos, how to get good behavior from your child, I think. I'm going to look while you're here. The subheading is how to stop the chaos, bring out your child's good behavior, and truly enjoy family time. It's one of those long titles that it feels like books are required to have these days so that everybody can see what's in them. So, and you can find out more about this book and what I do by going to WeTurnedOutOK.com/books. And there's a whole website there. The /books is just one page. I've got 250 plus episodes of a podcast that is continuing out. I've got other really great resources and a parent coaching community if you want to work more closely with me. So that's all. You can look at it right there. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. And if you liked it, please hit the like button. Share it with a friend if you think it's going to be helpful for somebody else who's also dealing with sibling fighting. And finally, subscribe to my channel. I do videos every Thursday, and then if you subscribe, you won't miss a thing. All right, thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye.